This lecture is a sequel to the previous series. In May 1996, Director late Mr. Ueda was a process of all efforts to win to the Toyota by the Rugby department of Keio University Rugby Universally et al. This story was including many managing points to use for many companies, I think. Especially when a company to start and order some projects to subordinates with coaching method, this lecture will be very helpful for many companies. Director Mr. Ueda is not only a rugby director of the university but also he is a businessman. He is working for Toyota and has an environment where he was instructed at Keio University only on weekends. We guess that in such circumstances he had mutual trust between him with Keio University team and a good strategy setting in order to lead Keio University to Japan's best in such circumstances. At this lecture, he talked about, why did I get interested in rugby in his life? As you can see in the figure, main points are that he thought that if I will choose the rugby and prove my idea to it which competitions that made use of wisdom to get a win, without thinking about the big body and small body, it will be a best sample. If you applied this idea to business activities, the best SME activity should be a way of winning the big company. Indeed, as you know, several small excellent companies are activating as leading companies in the world. In rugby competition, the director never commands any athlete during a match. During the game, the director must be a sport watching a spectator in the auditorium with regular guests. In that condition, he needed a team to become strong with self-help efforts. In response to this measure, Mr. Ueda developed the idea shown in the figure. A lot of strategies that looks wonderful are introduced in many books. However, it can't be evaluated unless it will be practiced. In such a meaning, Mr. Ueda proceeded with steps and countermeasures as shown in the figure, and proved its validity. These practices are results of it. The rules of the rugby are as shown in the figure. For the rugby, the director's activities are totally different from those of American football, baseball and football which the director constantly directs to lead victory. A special feature to note is that at the time of the match, the director must lead from his players and the players themselves must fight by using what they taught themselves from their director. This effort is very similar to the supervisor management method of a maker is comparable to the on-site management of the manufacturing. In this sense, these contents introduced in this figure will have many useful ideas to administrators working in the manufacturing industry, I think.